What could be better? Another dissatisfied woman. Let's get to it.
Realistically, if I want kids by about 28, but I want to be married for probably 2 years before having kids, I need to have a husband and be married by 26. And then I'm going to be engaged for probably about a year, to plan the wedding and do all that stuff. So I need to be a fiance. I need to be engaged by 25.
So this here, obviously, they are working out the math of the equation. Thinking, God, I thought, I didn't know this was something we had to think about. It just kind of happened when we wanted to. But this woman here is doing a very unusual task of actually, assessing the situation here. She's not just sitting around thinking, I deserve this, I deserve that, I'll get it the moment I want it. She's doing a little bit of self-realization. Oh my God, this could possibly be happening to me.
But then, usually before you get engaged, you're probably dating the person for about 2 years. I feel like that's a good amount of dating someone.
You don't have to do that.
That means that I'm going to have to basically meet this person by 23.
Pause. You need to do that if you're a guy and you follow my advice. You need to see what she's really all about. Chicks that want you to rush into it, bad news bears.
22? Wait a second. I'm very much single. So how is this going to work? Because my plans are getting a little, I actually have to meet someone tomorrow to have this be my life.
You said you can tell. Look at the face on it. Not a bad-looking girl at all, of course. Not a bad-looking girl. But you see the kind of crazed desperation she's got going on. Nobody looking at her would think she is in a happy relationship, would they?
What the fuck?
So before she chimes in here, I'm not sure if she's going to say this or not, but it's
coupled with posting it online. That's one of those private conversations you have with yourself in the bathroom mirror. You're in there. Oh, God, why is this happening to me? Oh, and nowadays people just film that sort of thing. You could be sitting in a room, just microphone on, camera set up on here, just ranting into the camera. Nobody gives a damn about it, but for some reason you film it. Oh, God damn it. It's not like me. I don't want any of those mean comments. Let it roll.
It's like women only really have a few kicks at the can when it comes to having kids.
I'm gonna look
properly
mean.
Having kids under societal, conforms with marriage and all that sort of stuff. It's been said maybe 3 or 4 kicks at the can before they're 40. Because again, you have a couple years of dating, you got the engagement, then you have the time to try to
I like the old the old man term here. Kicks at the can. What is he even saying? Kicks at the can. Kicks at the can here. That is such an old man term here. What is he talking about? But it means women have a limited amount of chances they get, mind you. Or if they want an actual relationship sort of thing, they have to establish it, build on it. And if they want to have children, that all takes time, takes the building of it. And the timing is not unlimited, of course. So they are building, and if something goes wrong, I got to crumble it all down. And that's why you see a lot of the ladies today, they don't even really have a plan. They don't have anything they desire other than in the immediate. That's what you see a lot of the women are like now. They don't think what's going to happen a few years down the road with it. They think, what do I want right now? Short-term gratification. That's why they can get the hot fellows and bedded and all that good stuff, but they don't really have they plotted out beyond that, so they don't wind up with anything too good. Now, they want children on it, so a lot of them, they end up kind of baby baiting and getting a man they actually like and hoping he gets a little seed spawned inside of him that they can use that as hanging a hook, like in Jaws when not with 3 barrels he can't stay down. They want more kids with the successful men. And then the guy, maybe one he can escape with. As soon as he get that first hook, though, they're tracking him. When he gets up to 3 barrels, not with 3 barrels, he can't stay down. They are coming after him.
Work the kids out of the equation and have the kids sort of thing. the wedding and the honeymoon and all other bullshit that usually comes with all that. It's like pretty standard for most guys. There's like very few guys out there will have children with a woman without actually getting married or love a woman and not live with her, as I prescribe, sort of thing.
Now, I would disagree with that point entirely. There are many men out there who would, if a woman showed them any attention, she said, "Oh, but I'm very religious and I'll make up some nonsense, but I must get married right away if you want to, stick that repulsive thing you got inside of my pristine item." They would do it. The issue is the women don't really like them. They don't have much money. They're not very good looking, but the men would do it. So the women, they don't want just you got to have something going for them to bait you with. So that's why men in a low position, undesirable men, are actually in a positive environment. Because you don't have the traits women want. So they're not trying to trap and bait you. You just are stuck thinking, God, I should have these. Oh, I need this. Look at that pea. Look at those bouncing. Oh, if I could get a hold of those. You don't even see or experience the other side of the equation here. Did anybody here realize that? You don't experience the other side, the treacherous nature that comes with it here. You're not having to defend against that. You just think, God, oh, pretty woman. Oh, where's my Willie? I wish Willie could go inside pretty woman. That's all you're thinking about. But there is a host of problems that comes along with doing that, if you are even capable. I understand completely, okay? I understand, damn it. You haven't got to step one, so you don't even think of, what about this other stuff? It doesn't even enter your mind. So the men just have this skewed viewpoint here of what the relationships that women are actually like, because they don't have the initial Willie insertion part of it down. And I understand that. It's very problematic for you. I understand it. I'm not putting you down for it. I'm just trying to illuminate what happens a little farther down the road.
They follow the standard confirmation of just like follow these exact steps. And when you figure out it's going to take a couple years to date, you're being engaged, plan the wedding, hopefully it sticks or it works out. More often than not, it doesn't. Like I mentioned earlier, Lauren Sanchez had 4 engagements that are made public. This is the one that married Jeff Bezos, plus a prior marriage, plus 3 kids from 2 different fathers, right? Like there's a whole buildup to all of these things. And
what he's describing there, the woman who married Jeff Bezos, a couple engagements, whatever it was, children beforehand, that's what all the women today are banking on. They are banking on, yeah, I could get the rich guy. Somebody will choose me even though I haven't married. See, she did it. They cling and claw, trying to latch onto this idea that they've seen. Yeah, one woman did it. How many billionaires you think are allotted for you ladies? It's such, they have this one example, maybe 2. I'll give them 10. Let's say you got 10 examples here. That's still, there's millions of you. Billions of you, in fact. And you all throw your lot into the race here on this off chance that some kind of rich billionaire will accept you and all your little brats at an old age, no less. It's wild.
Like you run out of tracks at some point where you just can't have kids because you're too old, right? Like women have a timeline for that sort of stuff. Or if you do, it's geriatric pregnancy or higher risk and stuff like that. It can be problematic. But let's hear what she's got to say about all this.
Yeah, there we go. The feminists have lied to you, ladies. I'm sorry. It's hard to come to the reality of the truth. I didn't until very late in my life. I'm fortunate because I'm attractive, but it doesn't always happen. Youth is beauty. I was way more attractive when I was younger. Well, maybe not because I was fat, but you guys get the point. Okay. Now, look, you're older. I don't want you to take a black pill and feel like all hope is lost, because that's what the demons want. They want you to be despondent and discouraged and black pilled. No, but it should be a wake up call. Okay. The truth hurts when you're living in a lie, because you've got to stop everything you're doing and make a change, which is very difficult. And you have to face the reality of the losses that you have suffered as a consequence of living in a lie. And the longer you live in a lie, the more consequences there are. That's the truth. So the best time to have woken up was 10 years ago. But the second best time is today. because you're cutting the losses that will continue. They will continue. And this young girl is realizing that, hey, actually, I don't have all the time in the world. And if I do want this plan of getting married and having children, I need to start doing that now. And this is the reality, okay? And the truth of the matter is, despite all of the propaganda that's been pushed into your brains, girls, you do want to get married. You do want to have kids most of the time. And those of you who don't, you might want to check the Zio banking programming that has made you into an...
I wonder if the women take the advice of this old bat here. Do they accept it on board, or they think she's just kind of a sellout there trying to enrapture men for following and not really giving proper advice, because it goes against the feminist movement here. Damn light, my eyes are all irritated here. Look at this beard thing I got. I don't want any scraggly comments. I sit in and I like to twirl this like a philosopher. I like to sit back here, give a little twirl, a little point on it. Yeah. So these women here, the old bird. Now, she puts herself down, but she's got a realistic viewpoint on it. Okay? She got a realistic viewpoint about what her life is, where her life is at currently. And that is, the majority of the battle is just an acceptance of realistic standards and where you are at.
An anti-natalist. We've been suffering this for the last 50 years. My generation had it the worst.
You guys go look this up for yourself, but she's 35, and as far as AI search could tell, she doesn't have any kids. So she's preaching this narrative to you that she hasn't exercised herself. Just heads up.
Okay. Thankfully, Gen Z is sort of waking up and realizing some stuff, but you guys have some other difficulties like the economy. But once again, keep faith, persevere, because there will be a way made for you. Just trust it. That being said, you have...
Yeah. Leonardo Joni, the lady there, comedian. I actually enjoy her stuff quite a bit, but yes, 35. She's kind of on the far tip of range of it, so she knows that. So this is kind of one of her last shots of relationships she's in now. She's kind of preaching to the younger squad, the upcoming gals, that don't be like her, basically. Set it early. Set it early.
Yeah, I don't buy the whole trust it. Just put your faith and hope. Hope is a terrible fucking plan to get shit done. Like I said earlier, like women only have a few kicks at the can to have children and get married, if that's what it is that they're looking for. 3 or 4 attempts, that's it. And they usually squander them away, or they'll squander away a lot of their youth, a lot of their fertile years, like the first, 10 years of their adult life, their 20s, for the most part. It's squandered on partying, traveling Europe in the summertime, working on cruise ships, doing all kinds of dumb stuff that's not going to be aligned with their quote unquote goal of being a mom and having a family.
Have to come to the reality of, what do I really want? Do I really want to be out in the city every night getting drunk with my girlfriends because it's fun? Or would I like to start a stable life with someone, have some children, raise a family, and have a fulfilling life? Think about it, okay?
Well, they like getting fulfilled on the other side of it as well, mind you, out in the clubs and things. There's quite a bit of fill-up station going on. And I don't actually know Leonardo's backstory on if she was a club girl or not. But given her life situation currently, you might assume that it was a little bit down that vein.
Most women, if you give them the option from being the boss bitch that they've been told to be, but you don't have a family and you don't have kids, or not being a boss bitch, but being married to a guy who can provide and having a family and having kids, if they were honest, they would tell you that they would pick this option, because this option is pretty lonely. And not just for women, it's actually pretty lonely for men too. The reason that men try to succeed in business is so that they can attract a good mate and raise a family. That's the truth.
I think a lot of that is true. The women, you got to think of it this way. If you could have, do you want to work all those hours and earn the stuff yourself? Are you trying to be the one slaving away? Or do you want to just do more domestic tasks around the house and have somebody bringing all that stuff in for you to use? You need all that for yourself, to make yourself, or would you like somebody to provide? Even a man, would they want that? How many would want a sugar mama? Could they get somebody who just pays for their stuff? Would they enjoy that as much as going out and work it themselves? Would they?
A life without a partner and without children and without a family is pretty lonely. Okay. All you have to do is look at those 40 plus women that are over 40 and are now like having cats as pets and convincing themselves that they don't want this. And they all have to be on anti-anxiety medication to bury the reality of what's going on. Okay. And I don't say this with a light heart, and I don't say it as somebody who hasn't had to do the same things. I say it out of love and compassion, which you're not going to get from the Marxist feminists who want to destroy you. But if you really think about it, you do not gain anything from fun. There's nothing to gain. Nothing.
Well,
fun is like
short term, okay? Short term. That is the appeal of fun. It is. It's a short term ploy. Like I said, women are short term thinkers for the most part. Especially society kind of rewards that from them now. They think, oh, you got this. They flip the script here. Whereas others might say, you've only got this amount of time, you better use it wisely. You don't want to do this, you don't want to do that, you don't want to ruin your chances with this. The feminist view takes that same chunk of time and they say, yeah, that's right. You only have this amount of time, so you better use it all as you got, because it's going to run out. Don't worry. After that, you can go and do something, get some little loser boy. You can starfish and he'll take about 30 seconds, get the deed done, then get some kids popped out, and if he doesn't like it, divorce him, try to take his things. You got a plan B already planned out. That's another form of plan B, is it? Plan B when you're young means one thing, and plan B when you're older means an entirely different. You got that bag. Get the piggy bank going. Give it a little rattle. Make sure he's got enough in there before you allow that little piggy to stick it in.
like eating cotton candy when you need a meal. Going out drinking and having a casual hookup with somebody who you're never going to see again is the cotton candy. It's great the first couple of bites, okay? Then you wake up and you have AIDS.
Personal experience.
So think about it. What are they really selling you, okay? As someone who lived in New York City in my 20s and was out there, hanging out with the girls. Now, I wasn't going around doing, all the shenanigans that they say, but I was in denial about the reality of what I wanted.
Let's just stop for a sec. If she spent her youth in New York City, hanging out with the girls, Sex in the City era, you know what went down there. Like, okay, come on now. Let's be fucking honest. Deep in my heart, every time, be like, okay, am I going to meet somebody solid? Now, like I said earlier, I couldn't make eye contact. So the people I met were psychopaths. I married one of them. That was a horrible situation. But the truth was that deep in my heart, I wanted to find a partner. That was the truth. But I couldn't face that because feminism told me that that was a wrong and sinful desire, that somehow I was weak for wanting these things. And the whole culture is built around teaching girls that it's weak to want to get married and have kids and have a family. What a load of shit. That's why girls will always try to be cool, right? Oh, I'm cool. I'm a cool chick. No, we don't have to talk about being serious. I don't want to be that weird, creepy girl. Ladies. Nope. Don't let the men take advantage of this and ruin you because of it. No, you lay down the law. Nope. I'm not here doing casual stuff. Okay.
So she's preaching to the young one after having gone through it. Now, you see, this does happen a good chunk of time here, actually. You get older women who will tell the younger ones, they're not that popular, smacking this. They're not as popular shooting that stuff out onto the web here because it doesn't fit in with the current narrative around feminism. But you do see these, a lot of times, a little more have gone conservative or religious. And they're trying to teach women, don't do what I did. Don't go out and be a party whore and that sort of good stuff. But they have lived through it themselves, so it's one of those situations where I think a lot of these women, they'd have to experience it firsthand themselves to really know what is at stake there. But by that point, it's too late for them. So what are we to do about it? Can you teach the young here, don't do this because you'll regret? And they'll say, well, you did it, I better try it too. And they got to learn themselves on it. It's just one of those things about the youth. Sometimes you got to make the mistakes yourselves. Now, people can learn from it. Not everyone does that. People can learn from the older ones who have been there. If you see enough stories lining up, you think maybe there's some credibility there. On the same token, you see a bunch of the cat ladies out there. Oh, I got a younger man last week. Oh, yeah, he tickled my toes. Woo! Whatever it is. You see a lot of those because they kind of have to convince themselves. They're already past the point of where they can access what this lady in the video here is talking about. They're past that point. So they have to convince themselves that what they do have left is incredible. That's a form of delusion. It's not acceptance. It's not self-realization at all there. It's quite the opposite. They become content publicly with their lot, while inwardly, I'm sure it rests heavy on the failures. Now, I'm going to end it here. I'm going to twirl my beard a little bit. I want everyone to subscribe. I don't even care why. Just hit the button. There's no reason to. There's no reason to other than I said hit the button. We'll get another rant going together here. I'm going to put some drops in my eye or something here. We'll get this handled. Subscribe, notification bell, and of course, the comments. I love the negative ones. It's something about it, especially the angry modern woman that comes on there and leaves comments. I mean, it's better than Christmas morning. I wake up here and I see, comment, oh, you bastard, you think this is women, oh, you don't even know, you ugly, look at you. They are just breathing life into my soul here. I look forward to it, ladies. Come on now. Look at this face. Now, not everyone is as blessed to be look at this. Look at this, goddammit. You telling me you don't want to wake up to this? I know you do. See you later. Ghostmas hitting the button.